Well, love at first sight, or lust at first sight, whichever way you choose to look at it. And you get most people say, I fell in love the first moment I saw him, or the first time I saw it. And this is often a very simplistic way of seeing people or things, because most of the time, when you say love at first sight, is because of their physical attributes that make you get attracted to them. When you're attracted to a lady, to a man, or even to a car, and you make a conclusive statement based on what you've just seen physically, that turns out to be a disappointment later on. Because for people, if you don't give them time, it's really hard to know how they relate, how they believe, and what they believe in. And for things, if you don't give them time, you will not know their weaknesses eventually down the line. And it's really important that when you meet people, you just give them the neutral outlook and stop being skeptical or stop being excited. Just leave them neutral and give them time. It's upon them to prove whether they're actually good for you or they are bad for you. That's why the concept of love at first sight is never the real thing to depend on. Because people can really fake first sight. There are people who can sound very intelligent, but when you give them time, you live with them, you stay with them a month or two, you realize that was just a memorization of a speech, and within them there is nothing. There are people who look beautiful, curvaceous, well-trimmed beards, but living with them you realize they have no core beliefs. They have no virtues at all. So neutrality is very, very important when it comes to meeting people with the first time. And once you give them time, they don't take long before they prove themselves to be good or bad. Same two things. You can like a car because of its physical features, and sooner or later the engine is shitty. But those things you will not realize instantaneously. Anything that you meet, anybody that you meet, stop forming basis and conclusion because of how they look. When it comes to relationship with people, whether marriage or whichever relationship, whether romantic, whether career, whether company, it's really important that the thing that keeps you together is commitment rather than attractiveness. Because commitment will stand the test of time when challenging things come on the way, when you have to deal with bills, with sickness. Attractiveness will not be there, or if it will be there, it will not be at the picture at the moment, and you will have to go to the core things that you decided to stand together no matter what. So attractiveness, as far as it's very important, don't get me wrong, that it's really important that people have to look attractive and things have to look attractive, but just that has to come as a bonus. We should not use that as the core thing to decide whether to move in with a person or to pick up a thing. Neutrality is very, very important when it comes to making a decision first instant, and give them time.